Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's Arizona time, I think. I want to make a statement first before I ask a couple questions. I really think on HR 7962, we need to remove the demand response system program. I understand that you want a national standard, but from a consumer point of view, I can tell you that my constituents are going to go epileptic if they think the utility companies are going to shut off their water heater in the middle of a shower. And so I think that is a problematic part of it. I have a question for Mr. Pugliarese. In Arizona, we have a lot of mining. And so we produce about 65% of America's entire copper production. There's also another mine in Superior, Arizona, owned by Rio Tinto, where they have invested $2.3 billion. Under the Trump administration, it was given the green light, but 2 months into the Biden administration, it was pulled the plug. And it could produce about 25% of all the copper that is needed or consumed in the United States. We also have large lithium deposits in Arizona. So my question is, how do you think HR 1599, which is Representative Upton's bill, would help produce and encourage mining in the United States, which of course is needed if we're going to move to, wind and solar and EVs?
So I think the bill would permit DOE to identify the importance of these materials. It's not going to fix the Interior Department, right? I presume these mines are on public lands, and particularly in Arizona. And there, unfortunately, we're going to eventually have to reform NEPA. I'm not sure whether the administration pulled the plug on those mines or whether they were acting on a court case. But we're going to have to find a way to develop resources in this country that meets environmental standards but can go through a regular approval process rather than endless delays and fighting over a very uncertain set of standards. So in that sense, it's a much more serious reform problem we need to undertake.
And I agree with you. We need to promote not only mining, U.S. mining production, but U.S. Oil and gas production to solve some of our problems and be less reliant on China, quite frankly. My next question is for Mr. Lieberman. HR 7947, the Weatherization Enhancement and Readiness Act of 2022, creates a new weatherization readiness program to provide grants to state and tribal organizations for low-income residents. I have been a supporter of the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHEAP, which provides federal-funded assistance in managing costs associated with home energy bills. My question is, do you think this bill, this new program established by this bill, would be duplicative of LIHEAP?
It could be. LIHEAP helps pay the energy bills after they've been incurred. Weatherization, if it works right, prevents the energy from being used in the first place. Again, I think the problem with the weatherization program, how much bang for the buck are we getting? How many cents on the dollar are being spent wisely? I think that we're doling out more money after more money after more money without taking a look at what past money has succeeded at and failed at. And in terms of the larger issues, I think if a low-income household had a choice between a completely unweatherized home and the energy bills of the recent past, or a heavily weatherized home, but today's energy prices, I think most would go with the unweatherized home. It would probably be cheaper for them. So we really need to get those energy costs down through more production. That's job one.
Great. Well, I thank all of you for being here and those online and testifying, and let's work together and help America. And with that, I yield back.